a great day when you're hanging around. Nothing's ever gonna bring me down. Good times are coming our way. Whenever, wherever, whatever today.
Today is going to be a great day. I am Nikki G, your host. Welcome to the Lone Doctrine, the food for thought exploration station, and your place in making today better than yesterday. Can I make a confession? This is mostly for the long-time listeners. I actually have a speech impediment and a stutter, and I have had it since I was a young little lass. And I just want to let you know that you shouldn't let anything stop you. And practice helps you get through. And if you didn't notice, I had a little stutter in that, and that hasn't come about in a while, so I must be stressed.
Bonk.
So let's use today to de-stress by continuing our topic of the month of self-acceptance. I accept it. I work on it. And I keep pushing through. This month, like I said, the topic has been a deep one. One I actually may consider continuing into the next month because the topic of self-acceptance is how to find it, embrace it, love it, live it. It's a lot. It's something I feel is so important, a foundational aspect in our lives that allows us to really embrace life to the fullest. So let's get right into it. How do we find self-acceptance, and what effects will it have on our lives and the world? Now, if you're just joining us and you're a new listener, we pick a topic of the month, and so I encourage you to go back to the month start and listen to all the episodes because they kind of intertwine and connect to each other. But today, I want to share with you some food for thought I found on HuffPost.com. Now, these are some ways to practice self-acceptance. So let's dive in. Be kind to yourself. That seems easy enough, but sometimes not. It's time to accept the fact that no one judges you more than you judge yourself. You can be your own worst enemy, but you need to get out of your way and start developing patience. Be patient with yourself and accept your flaws. Be kind. Confront your fears. We all have a history that includes some bad, devastating things. We all have baggage to go with us. We're human. And we're bound to be hurt by something. But it's the fear of the unknown that keeps us trapped. We're so afraid to experience something unfamiliar that we allow ourselves to become stuck in what we know. It's important to take baby steps to create change. Start by making a list about things that scare you. Start with one small thing. Try to face it and understand why it's not so scary. Then move on to the next small thing, and so on and so on. How about staying positive? Sometimes easier said than done. Surround yourself with goodness. Write yourself sweet notes if you have to. Hang up posters with positive affirmations. Download an app on your phone that will send you inspirational quotes on a daily basis. When you feel insecurity and doubt creeping into your thoughts, turn to one of good things. Change the channel. Tell that little defeating voice inside your head to shh, be quiet. And that you refuse to go to that dark place. Accept imperfection. Let go of the ideal. Let go of what you think Let go of what you think perfection looks like. Life is perfection in all its imperfections. Don't let an obsession for perfection slow you down in accomplishing your goals. Good is sometimes good enough. And don't take it personally. If something offends you, stop and ask yourself why you're offended. Make a conscious effort to stop assuming you know what people mean. Don't get defensive about something you've internalized. Chances are people don't want to hurt you to begin with, but they might not know how to communicate effectively. Things get lost in translation on the daily. If you're not clear on the meaning of a specific comment, all you need to do is ask. Communication is huge. Believe in yourself. Forgive yourself. You are capable of accomplishing great things. Believe that you can do anything because you can. You are a strong and powerful being, and you can deal with any challenge that comes your way. Remember, you've already survived the worst thing you've experienced in your life. You have survived 100% of your bad days if you are here listening to this right now. So keep going. Don't give up, no matter what. When you fall, you need to get up and keep going. It's in our failures, not our successes, that we learn the most about ourselves. Figure out what motivates you by celebrating something you are bad at. In these intimate moments that life's precious lessons are learned. You're worth it and you deserve to be happy. Or how about this from Zen Habits? Happiness is determined by our level of self-acceptance. So here are some techniques, without just rambling on about all the self-acceptance in the world. Here are some things you can actually do to practice self-acceptance. Practice relaxed awareness. What the heck is relaxed awareness? As opposed to constant distraction or concentrated focus, relaxed awareness is a soft consciousness of our thoughts, feelings, pain, self-rating, and judgment, etc. It's an awareness of our existence and the stream of phenomenon that is occurring at this moment, including thoughts and emotions and outside stimuli. To practice, close your eyes for a minute. Please do this when it's safe. And instead of pushing thoughts away or trying to focus on your breath, just softly notice your thoughts and feelings and body. You might see negative thoughts or emotions. That's okay. Just notice them, watch them. Don't try to turn them into positive thoughts or push them away. You can do this practice for 5 minutes a day or up to 30 minutes if you find it useful. It's just as if you are the spectator of your thoughts. Allow them to pass. Don't fight them. Don't necessarily fully embrace them. Just have a relaxed awareness of their existence. Welcome what you notice. When you practice relaxed awareness, you'll notice things. Negative thoughts, fears, happy thoughts, self-judgments. We tend to want to stop those negative thoughts and feelings, but this is just a suppression, an avoidance, a negating of the negative. Instead, welcome the passing of thoughts. Invite them in for a cup of tea for a moment. Even sometimes give them a hug. This seems very hippie, but we're going to keep going. They are part of your life, and they are okay. If you feel bad about how you've been doing with the exercise, that's okay. Hug the bad feeling, comfort it, let it hang around for a while. They are not bad, but are opportunities to learn things about ourselves. When we run from these bad things, we create more pain. Instead, see the good in them and find the opportunity. Be okay with them. Now, remember, as we explore, I encourage you to keep an open mind, because even though it may not seem like your Jimmy Jam, you might find a little seed of greatness inside there that can become part of your Lone Doctrine. Let's keep going. Let go of rating yourself. Woo, this is a big one. Another thing you'll notice once you start to pay attention is self-rating. We rate ourselves compared to others, or rate ourselves as good or bad at different things, or rate ourselves as flabby or too skinny or ugly. This is not a very useful activity. That doesn't mean to let it go, but just notice it and see what results from it. After realizing that self-rating repeatedly causes you pain, you'll be happy to let it go. You can do gratitude sessions. Wake up in the morning and think about what you're grateful for. You can have compassion and forgiveness for yourself. That keeps coming up a lot. Learn from all parts. We tend to try to see our success as good and the failures as bad. But what if we see everything that is something to be learned from, even the dark parts? They are part of us, and we can find interesting and useful things in them. So separate your emotions. Haha. When you are feeling negative emotions, see them as a separate event, not part of you, and watch them. This is so important. And I'm going to side note here. So many people define themselves by their emotions. I'm a mad person, so I'm a bad person. I'm a sad person, so I'm a depressed person. You are experiencing those things. Your feelings are your feelings. They are not your identity. Remove their power over you by thinking of them not as commandments, not as an identification or something you have to follow or believe in, but rather passing objects, like a leaf floating past you in the wind. The leaf doesn't control you, and neither do your emotions. They are just part of what you are experiencing within the human mind and the human species. And sometimes we just got to talk to somebody. This is one of the best techniques. We get so in our heads that it's difficult to separate our thoughts and emotions, to actually see things clearly. Talking through these issues with another person, a friend, a spouse, a coworker, a therapist, a sponsor, can help you understand yourself better. As you learn self-acceptance, realize that it is always available to you, and you can have it no matter what you do. You can learn, create interesting things, make connections with others, and self-acceptance is all at the center of that. With all these aspects in mind, with all these ways you can try to create a journey towards self-acceptance, remember that every action and every choice cause a ripple effect, whether we see it, realize it, or even experience it firsthand. For all the older listeners, do you remember the movie The Butterfly Effect? Good concept. Freaked me out for months in thinking that any move I made could cause chaos. Anyways, here are some benefits. As you start to utilize and practice these different ideas within your life, and it's a never-ending list we can dive into for months on end. But here's a sneak peek at some benefits by psychcentral.com. I'm just going to go through the list. Acceptance requires us to develop some humility, which is always good. Acceptance helps us to be aware of our experience as it actually is rather than how we would like it to be. Acceptance helps us become better. Acceptance helps us. What is happening? Acceptance helps us become better problem solvers. Acceptance supports our emotional and physical health. Acceptance contributes to healthier relationships. Is one of the 4 options we have when facing challenging situations. Accepting our feelings helps us grow to know ourselves better. It reduces the chances that feelings will resurface at a later time. Acceptance is a form of forgiveness. Acceptance frees us from analysis paralysis. Often we go round and round in circles trying to figure out why something is the way it is. This can go on for years. The first step to moving forward is accepting the reality. And acceptance contributes to your inner peace. Acceptance can be a gesture of gratitude. Acceptance strengthens us psychologically, and acceptance is an assertion of control in that we are choosing our attitude and our actions and our response. I can't emphasize the importance of self-acceptance enough because it truly is a part of the root system, the foundation that will affect the rest of your life. It is a journey, and if you already started, which we all technically have, whether we're aware of it or not, or if you haven't yet honed in on that part of your life, well, today's a new day and cause for celebration because if you're hearing this right here, right now, it's time. The time is now to make today better than yesterday. Thank you so much for being here with me, whether you're a long-time listener or brand new. I really appreciate you being here. I believe you are here for a reason, and part of that reason means you, yes, you are taking the steps to make your life and this world a better place. I hope as we explore the many topics of our mental well-being, we all can continue to grow because together we are better. I'd love for you to check out and join our community at patreon.com/Lone Doctrine to be a part of making today better than yesterday. That's patreon.com/Lone Doctrine, patreon.com/Lone Doctrine. The link is also in the show notes, and we hope to see you there. And until next time, keep fighting the good fight.
It's a great day.